I don't want to risk any trouble here with the loose pieces. So pawn to b5 was his solution, and this is a kind of admission that he just wants to equalize with black, but I think a very good practical decision. He forced white to trade off a set of pieces. Now the very calm rook to f8. Black actually has chances to be better here with the bishop pair if Fabiano doesn't take on f6, which he had.
Spending a bit more time here to invest in figuring out how is it a win. Bishop h6 check, the king goes to f6.
What a brave move by Pragg, and I think it's the right move from a practical perspective, right, in this situation. You just say, come get me, big fella, and remember that you're not afraid of perpetual check, because a draw, you win. So that's exactly the right practical thing to do, not to try to hide the king and hope you don't get mated on the dark squares, exactly like David's highlighting. Just run it down the middle of the board. You are going to create winning chances along the way toward reminding white that, hey, if you just check me forever, I win. This is Armageddon. So I like this idea. And even this is helpful. You can take a5, and you're not afraid of danger with the king in the center, because a draw, you win. So I really love the way Pragg handled that critical check on h6.
Yeah, and it feels like for Fabiano, things are getting somewhat harder to convert after these last couple of moves. Of course, his position is still a winning position, but he has to spend longer to figure it out. His time advantage has evaporated. And now there's, there's a checkmate he could blunder on e1, for instance. I don't think he will, but just saying that things have gotten a lot more complex for his conversion, and he has to win.
Couldn't agree more, and there was checkmate on the board. Thank you, David, for the highlight there. Checkmate on the board. That does not happen, but Pragg in a much better spot, even though Fabi's not blundering mates, David.
Yeah, but that was an important check. If white had, for example, pushed the h-pawn forward, that would have been a check, another check, the queens would have come off the board. A queen trade, unlike earlier, would now actually favor black, who would likely draw with pawns on the same side of the board. But first, Pragg, with such an open king, needs to be careful. The black queen, the black knight, they were both a bit loose, no checks anymore. I love this last move by Fabiano. It's really forced Pragg to think, and what's this? The bar slides all the way up.
Wait, did he just...
What is the idea?
Wow.
Can you take c5, then queen d1? Is that a winning queen upon ending?
It's drawn king and queen upon a game, but this is the key move. There's no checks.
Oh, and Pragg has realized that he blundered. Oh no, just when he had come out.
Not only is there no checks, but you can't save the knight, because if you move the knight to the wrong square, the queen checks on e4, and then the bishop checks on dark squares, and you win the queen. It's a discovery on the fourth rank at the moment.
This one is over. Pragg, that slip. It was so difficult to hold, though, with a king out in the open like this.
I don't know what Fabi's thinking about. Check and take the knight.
Maybe he's just double checking, but he's got only a minute and 15 seconds to double check.
He plays it.
Yeah, but you have to move the king to where it's checked, because you can't go to f6 because bishop c3. So sorry. Anyway, Fabiano does ultimately give the check. He sees it. He wins in Armageddon over Praggnanandhaa. Helpful if you're Magnus Carlsen, who's happy to see anybody who was chasing him, like Hikaru Nakamura and Pragg, go down. And I guess a good victory for Fabi to continue to kind of fight his way back and have a respectable finish here toward the end of Norway.
Well, we're gonna have so much to unpack in these last Armageddon games. Caruana versus Praggnanandhaa, Hikaru against Ding. So much has happened, and the games have been extremely exciting.
Yeah.
All right, let's analyze the final